I like ice cream and I like cookies, but what I really like is to grill some burgers. I am fixing to give y'all my all-time favorite tips on how to throw that burger on the grill to make it the best thing ever. So let's go find some beef. I'm ready. Hey folks, thank y'all for following me all the way up to Connecticut. We're here at Stu Leonard's grocery store, kicking off our big grilling tour that we do for Stu up here at all his stores in Connecticut and New York. This is a grand place. Now, this has got animatronics, I think is what Shannon, but it's like the Disneyland of grocery stores. You know, one thing that makes these stores so great is how fresh it is. Farm to table, real quick. Hey folks, if you ever have trouble, you think you don't know what to pick or it's something about meat, ask your butcher. That's what we're fixing to do. We're going to ask him about what kind of meat makes the best burger.
For me, the best burger is something that's going to be juicy. I usually start with something ground chuck, an 80-20 blend. If you want to be a little healthier, an 85-15 blend is good. But anything more lean than that, I like a juicy burger. I like ground chuck.
If it's too lean, it dries out a little.
Yeah, it dries out. Fresh meat with a little bit of fat. Once you bring your chopped meat home from the grocery store, you generally want to cook it within 24 hours of your purchase. You could go a little bit longer, but I generally say 24 hours in the fridge, nice and cold.
Jason, thank you so much for taking time, my friend.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. First, we're going to get us some good 80-20 ground beef, and we're going to form us a good ball and make a patty. Chill it, because when you chill that patty, it's going to stay together better when you get ready to throw it on the fire. Now when you're storing it in that ice box, wax paper in between as you stack them up. Get them things out of there, get that Red River Ranch original seasoning, coat them on both sides, rub it in a little, put them on the fire. Don't season ground beef ahead of time, it will dry out. Season it when you get ready to put it on the fire. No lighter fluid. I like a propane torch or one of them chimneys, use it best. Read on the bottle. It says do not drink. Well, they say it burns off, but to me it never does. You get that aftertaste forever and ever. I like to burn real wood. If I can't find that, I burn a hardwood lump. But you want to get that grill good and hot. You want to clean it with something really well, and then we're going to lubricate it either with a little olive oil, run it across there, or some of that spray butter, something like that. When you're grilling burgers, if you're grilling a bunch of them, in between rounds, you're going to need to clean that grill a little because that stuff will build up on there and it'll make you flame up a little more. You know folks, when you first pour that charcoal out of the bag, so many people want to just scatter it out. Mound that stuff up like in a pyramid, it will catch faster. Then you can spread that stuff out. After it gets to going, begin to get white, spread that stuff out. You'll cook faster. When you're cooking a burger and you got one of these spatulas, you ain't gonna mash the snot out of that burger. You see them do that on them grilling deals or in there on them flat metal deals in them restaurants. They'll mash it till they nearly kill it, plumb to death. They done mashed all the juice and all the flavor out of it.
Yes. I have a question because I am like an obsessive frequent flipper.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it going to hurt the burger if I'm like flipping it to make sure I'm cooking it right?
Not unless you flip it off on the ground. That's the only time I think it's gonna help it. You know, people say, oh, you can't flip them but one time. You're not breaking this, you're not losing any moisture here. It'll tell you when it's ready to flip. You begin to see it seal them edges and then it's ready to go. But see this that's coming out here? That needs to come out just a little. We're not going to lose all that juice. It's going to be just right. You can see it's bleeding a little right here. It'll go to make it a little more clear liquid when it's about ready. We're not going to pierce it, but it's going to tell you when it's done because it'll show you. This rest you don't want to mash him too hard, but that juice is clear. We're going to slide him right over here, and our good buddy Neil is going to cut this one. Give us a cut on this one, Neil. Let's see what color it is in there.
Sure.
Just right. You know me. If this was a steak, it'd be rare to medium rare, but this is a processed meat. But when I'm cooking a burger, medium to medium well. I still got that juice in there. We hadn't punctured this meat. It is nice and juicy. It is the right color. It's ready to go. Wow, we're at the end of our grilling tour up here in the far northeast. The Cowboy is fitting to go back to Oklahoma. Hey, thanks for stopping by the backyard, and y'all just got through watching our top tips on grilling some burgers. We're going to treat you with a little extra special deal that me and the Beagle really like, and that is a green chili cheeseburger. Now, we're going to roast this pepper over here on this grill till we get it like we want it. You can use an Anaheim, a New Mexico green chili, maybe one of them hatch chilies, or a Poblano. We're cooking over some hardwood mesquite today, and it is hot. So we're just going to put her on there, shut the lid, and wait for the magic to happen. Let's check, probably been on there maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It don't take long when you're that close to the grill. Let's see. Oh, see how that's beginning to blister up there? That'll help turn that old skin loose. So we're just going to let her roast a little. That thing is ready. You can see that good color it's got everywhere. What's it need next? A good ice bath to cool off, help that peeling turn loose where it'll be easier to clean. So we're just going to put it in that ice water and let it soak. Now while it's soaking, we're going to go ahead and mix up that cheese and that stuff that goes on it. About a cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of flour. Let's stir that up as good as we can. Try to get it smooth. Then we're going to take it back over here to the fire, and you're going to have to stir as it thickens. When it thickens, then we'll add the cheese and the rest of the stuff that goes to it. Alright folks, you can see that that flour and that milk has thickened well. And while that is hot, let's go ahead and get this cheese in there. But I'm going to put in about that much. That little handle's hot. See if we can't get that cheese to incorporate and melt in there with that hot flour and milk. Be careful if you have to put it back on that fire, because you can scorch this in a hurry. Now to that, we're going to add stir that back up, and at this point, if you think you can't get it incorporated a little and you need to set it back over there on the fire, you can do that. Well, we go ahead and play with this here pepper that is sit here and soaked, and look at that. It just comes right off there so nice and easy. And if you have to, you can take a knife to this, but most of the time, once it starts, sort of like skinning a rabbit, it'll just all come right off here real easy. So we're just going to discard that one, slice him one time, remove the seeds. I like to do it better this way than before, because it's easier for them to turn loose and come out of there. You can slice this thing however you want it to fit on your burger. I'm going to get rid of him. Try to get all that skin to where it's out of your way, and you can slice it this way. But I think that right there will fit right on a burger, just like that right there. So I have me some of that 80-20 like we was talking about. Warm her up just a little. I just got through taking it off before we started that pepper. Certified Angus beef. Make sure you start with good beef. It'll always get better after that. We're going to warm this cheese back a little. Set him right there. Set him on this oven. Right. Let's take that green chili, slap her on there. And I'm just going to lather this thing up with this good cheese sauce. I like to put a little on both sides of my bun there so everybody gets to participate. You can put you some of that fodder on there, like lettuce, tomatoes, onion, anything you want. But I guarantee you right there is what's happening. Look at that cheesy goodness right there. That's what I'm talking about. But buy you some good meat, throw it out here on the grill, get you some of them green chilies, roast them up. Green Chile Cheeseburger. Thank y'all for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button. I gotta eat. You know, this isn't Oklahoma, and I'm getting a little homesick, but one thing made me feel like I was close to home. I could hear it in the distance, and then I got closer and closer, and I heard it, and it was such a pleasant sound.